Hello and welcome to the Spectrum Health Cardiac Rehab Education Series. My name is Grayson. I am an exercise specialist with Spectrum Health. This presentation is titled Any Movement is Good Movement, and throughout this presentation we will review the many benefits of physical activity. Throughout this presentation we will discuss the benefits of physical activity. We will present strategies for reducing sedentary behavior, as well as share recommendations for beginning and continuing a physical activity program. There are many benefits to physical activity, all of which will help to improve or maintain our quality of life as we age. Some of these benefits include improved posture, increased energy and stamina, increased muscle strength and endurance, increased flexibility, improved muscle mass, decreased muscle loss with aging, and a strengthened heart and circulatory system. Some additional benefits of physical activity include reduced blood pressure, reduced depression and anxiety, improved sleep, maintained bone density, a decreased incidence of dementia, improved blood sugar regulation, and reduced body fat. It is important to live an active lifestyle because a routine of daily activity that improves exercise capacity can reduce hospitalizations and improve survival in heart patients. Long-term success with physical activity is also the best predictor of weight loss and weight maintenance. Throughout human history, physical activity is something that we have relied upon for our survival. Physical activity is something that our bodies we're engineered for, we're made to be moving, and it helps us to facilitate the proper function of our biochemistry and our physiology. Through the perspective of evolutionary time, sedentary behavior has been possible for large amounts of people really just during the last century or so. And this is a departure from what is natural for the human body, meaning that, yes, over the last century, we've been able to be more sedentary, but this is an aberration. This is not normal for us as humans. And so what can we do to increase our activity? Or first of all, why is sedentary behavior so common? Let's recognize some of the factors that are making us less active. Entertainment is one of the biggest factors of physical inactivity. Many of us as individuals, we have entertainment at our fingertips. Many of us have a smartphone and we can be scrolling through social media. We can be playing video games. We can be watching television on our phones. And having that at our fingertips can sometimes distract us from what's important and keep us from getting as much activity as we need. Socializing is another big thing and sometimes can go hand in hand with the entertainment, whether we're watching movies with some friends or maybe grabbing a drink, playing cards, many activities that, yes, are important. We like to socialize and it's good to be connected, but we also need to be moving and not letting this keep us from moving. Even working, even our jobs have become more sedentary. Many of us might be working desk jobs where we're not able to get the amount of activity that is required from us. And many manual labor jobs over time have become less strenuous just due to the advancements in technology. Isolation can also play a big role in sedentary behavior. If I'm feeling isolated from the world, if I'm feeling isolated from my friends and family, maybe I'm challenged with something like depression or anxiety, it's going to be very hard for me to motivate myself to get out and do some sort of physical activity that will really help me, even not only with my physical health, but with my mental health too. Illness is another big reason, illness and pain, right? If I'm not feeling 100%, if I'm coming down with a cold or some sort of sickness, it's going to be hard for me to get up and get moving. And pain is a big reason as well. Throughout life, throughout time, we might develop some sort of musculoskeletal injury, and it's very hard to get started with some sort of exercise routine if you're in pain. One thing that's important to remember is that no matter where you are at in life, there is always some sort of physical activity that you can be doing to benefit you. As I stated in the previous slide, sedentary behavior is unnatural for the human body. We have 640 muscles, we have 206 bones, we were meant to move. Sitting or sedentary behavior has actually become an independent risk factor for heart disease. It's been shown to create its own risk factors for chronic disease conditions. And what this means is even if you're getting your 30 to 60 minutes of exercise each day, you can't spend the rest of that day just sitting around, sitting on the couch. We need to be moving. It doesn't have to be getting up and exercising so much as just breaking up that sedentary behavior. And by increasing our awareness about how we're currently spending our time, that can help us to rescue that wasted time throughout our days. So try to remember the goal is to not sit for longer than 30 to 60 minutes at a time. So maybe if I'm at work and I have a desk job, I have a task at hand, I might set an alarm on my phone, 45 minutes. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go grab a drink of water and I'm going to come back and I'm going to resume my work, right? I'm not getting up and going for any sort of exercise, but it's breaking up how much time I'm sitting there in one spot. Time is precious, so waste it wisely. Again, we just want to be aware about how we're spending our time and trying to make adjustments so that we can fit in more physical activity. So take a second, whether it's throughout this presentation or after this is done, and look at your 24 hours each day. How are you spending that time? Where are there some adjustments you can make to either decrease your sedentary behavior or add in more physical activity? Micro workouts equal macro results. When we're trying to get results, whether it's gaining strength, gaining exercise capacity, or even things like weight loss, little tiny movements throughout the day are really going to add up and help you reach your goals. The goal is to move more, warm up our muscles, and break up that sedentary behavior by trying to sneak in exercise and extra steps whenever possible. Even movements for just 30 to 60 seconds at different times of your day can help with these long-term activity goals. The following two slides have provided some examples of micro workouts that can help you to reach your goals. Small movements throughout each day that really add up and help us to live a healthier lifestyle. These examples could include 10 squats each time you go to the kitchen. It could be 20 calf raises while you're brushing your teeth. Doing some leg raises while standing at your desk or even sitting at your desk and just kicking your legs back and forth. Walking stairs during a commercial break or even just walking the stairs instead of the elevator. And during a commercial break, just getting up, moving around, trying to break up that sedentary behavior. I'll always remember I had a patient who he had a pull-up bar at the bottom of his stairs in the basement. And he told me every time you go down to the basement, you have to do 3 pull-ups. That's the tax for entering the basement. So it's just those little things, those little workouts, those little movements that really add up and help you to achieve your goals. Some additional ideas for increasing physical activity include parking further away at the grocery store, or perhaps maybe it's winter and you don't want to walk in the cold. Park on the opposite side. Say you're entering a Meijer and you're doing all your grocery shopping. Well, I'm going to enter on the home side of the store so that I at least have to walk across and I'm adding some extra steps throughout my journey. Taking the long route to the restroom, setting an alarm every 30 minutes as a reminder to move. And again, while watching TV, your favorite show, your favorite movie, a commercial comes on, or there's some sort of pause, some sort of interruption, we got to stand up, we got to move and just break up that sedentary behavior, get some blood flow going to those muscles. To wrap up this presentation, I would like you to grab a pen and paper and write down 3 benefits of physical activity that are important to you and some ways that you could increase your physical activity moving forward. And don't be afraid if you have to go back through the presentation and look at some of the benefits and think about some ways you can increase your physical activity. Please do so. This presentation is meant to give you ideas to help you moving forward. Thank you for listening to this presentation. If you do have any questions, please write them down and bring them to your next healthcare visit.